His qualities, if you have to imbibe, first of all, we have to understand the innate situation of Šrí Ráma. Šrí Ráma is placed on the right hand side of your heart. Right hand side, right heart. He is placed there. Now, in a human being, there is no right heart. If you tell somebody there's right heart, they say, what? There are 2 hearts or 3 hearts? In our Sahaja Yoga, we have 3 hearts. One is the left, another is the right, and one is the center. Now, the right heart is a very important thing. The right heart looks after the whole lungs, both the lungs, all the throat, the trachea, the nose, the inner part. The outer side is looked after, we can say the features are given by Sri Krishna. But the inner part of it is all done by Šrí Ráma. They are the same. But one acts as in the inner part, the another as the outer part. It gives you the ears. From the inner part, Šrí Ráma does. He gives you the eyes in the inner part of the eyes. Now, it's so important to have the inner side all right and the outer side. Is an example of Šrí Ráma. He never cared for the outer side or the outward looks of a person. Because he came before Sri Krishna, he tried to build up the inner side of a human being. So we can say, though he is on the right heart, he acts through your Hamsa Chakra and partly through your Vishuddhi Chakra in the inner side of it. Because Sri Krishna, in the inner side of it, is Šrí Ráma, is Sri Vishnu. So, when somebody is, say, not good looking according to the Western standard, according to me, the Western standards are rather funny. Because Western standards don't look like, neither like Krishna or Šrí Ráma. The person like Šrí Ráma was a very healthy, tall person with his hands up to the knees. Ajanubhav. He is the one who has Ajanubhav. And he was plump. Both of them were plump. They had to be plump people because they were, though they were born of the Agni, he was born of the Agni, but the water is the main element of Sri Vishnu. So they were all plump people. They were not thin like sticks, as today's modern ideas are, to be thin like sticks and like TB patients. But it doesn't mean all plump people are good. We always logically think that plump people are, if mother says so, then plump people are good. It's not the point. The inner side of it, I am saying. The inner side of it is just the opposite. Inner side of it is absolutely beautiful and absolutely full of love, affection and warmth. A person who doesn't have these things is a sign of a person who is not a surgeon, first of all. A person who is very loud, talks loudly, speaks loudly, laughs at wrong places, must be half mad, but cannot be a surgeon. See, the softness of Šrí Ráma goes to the extremes where I call the sankocha, the formality, the formal. But it is the English language, formal is not the word, sankoch. Šrí Ráma stands for the pranavayu, is for the vital air that we drink, that we take in, for the vital air. And that vital air, when it gets heated up, we have to know that we are not anymore with Šrí Ráma. It has to be the cool air should blow through your nose and your mouth. I don't know about you people, it happens with me all the time. When you are angry, the nostrils go up, swell up, and the hot air, the hot words and everything hot, the heated eyes and everything goes up like that, curled up, and you become ferocious Ravana because you have forgotten the beauty of the nature of Šrí Ráma. What has he done to our centered heart is the greatest thing, that he has given you a fatherhood within yourself. Because Šrí Ráma represents the fatherhood. Now what sort of a father you are, you have to decide. Those people who are not good fathers develop problems of the right heart. Also, those people who are not good husbands also develop the right heart. This right heart is so important because, especially in the West, where the climate is so funny, you have to keep inside your rooms and closed all the time, that you get all dried up inside. At that time, if you don't have that sweetness, that warmth, that kindness of Šrí Ráma, you get the trouble of asthma. So many people die of asthma in the West. On top of that, you fight with your wives, you treat them, you take away their money, you cheat them in their money, and every way you torture them, then it becomes even worse. So it has something to do with money, in the sense because Sita ji was Sri Lakshmi, and Sita ji was the one who was the power of Šrí Ráma. So the Sri Lakshmi also gets annoyed with you when you are a bad father or a bad husband. That's why the Griha Lakshmi is very important. But the woman has to be the Griha Lakshmi. She should not be a shrew and then the husband is supposed to be kind to her. Then it's spoiling. That's very bad. The woman has to be a Griha Lakshmi, a beautiful woman with a very sweet nature and talking to her husband in a very sankoch manner, and also looking after the children, looking after the family, and looking after the guests who come to their house. But if you encourage and run after such women who are no good, means collectively they should be good. If collectively they do not act well, collectively if they are aggressive, collectively if they are tormenting others, then such women should not be encouraged at all. But then Tulsidas says they should be beaten up. Is a thing looks very bad in modern times if somebody says like that, that women should be beaten up in case they have all such qualities which disqualify them from being Griha Lakshmis. Of course, there's no need to beat. But I mean to say that what is it that you have to drive out all these badhas from your women. Very important. Otherwise, if you fall in this activity of keeping your wives on right lines, you might also get a right heart and asthma ultimately. Because your wife and you are part of the society. And the society has certain laws which are very important. There's something like Stri Dharma, there's something like Pati Dharma, there's something like Mata Dharma, Pita Dharma. Everything has a dharma. Those men who torture their wives have very bad heart. In the same way, those who play into the hands of their wives also have a very bad right heart. You have to be in the balance. You are the husband and she's your wife, and both are responsible for keeping a very good family relationship. It's not one-sided. It's not the husband only or the wife, but both of them to be in such a manner that they act according to their nature of woman and man, and respect each other, love each other, share everything with each other, and exist in a way that people should see that there are two wheels of a chariot, one on the left, one on the right. There's no imbalance. They are equal but not similar, as I have told many times. Now in the case of Šrí Ráma, he left his wife. When it came to Sita, she left him too. But she left him as a woman would leave, and he left her as a man would leave. She also left him. But in a way that is suitable for a woman to do. And he did it in a way that is suitable to a king. In the same way, a woman, when she acts, she has to act like a woman. The same thing she may do as the man does, but she has to be a woman, or a man has to be a man. So that's the Maryada Purushottama, is the one who is the highest among all the men, with his all the Maryadas, all the boundaries that he observes. The boundaries are such that you do not try to overpower others, or you do not try to take their seats. For example, I've seen those who are aggressive also show up in our programs. They will be the first before me. They will be, as soon as I open the gates, they'll be somewhere there standing. They will be the first in everything. That's not being Maryada. You should be at the back end. There are leaders you have got, they can sit in front. Try to be on the back. I want to be first. Then I've said once, first of the first. You know the story of first of the first. So you become first of the first. And that's what happens to you when you try to show off. And I know all of them who are like that. To be in the background is the most respectable thing to do. To go forward first, to jump forward first, to stand near the door. If mother is coming, you see, as soon as I see the person, I said, oh, back again. There are some who do artis just because to show off, some throw flowers to show off. They must be the first. And somehow or other, they get also the position because of their assertions and askings. The leaders have to be careful and not to give such duties to people who really upset me very much because of their arrogance, because of their showing off.